Greetings to all participants of the conference. I'm the assisting interpreter to Iurii Androsiuk, head of the board of directors of West East Group of companies. I would like to present you stochastic model of project implementation of the new generation ecological materials, sulfur polymers in key branches of the economy. One of the priority tasks requiring extraordinary attention not only in Ukraine but also in other countries is the solution of the environmental, technical and economic problem arising from the utilization of sulfur. Converting this sulfur and man-made waste from landfills into promising building materials is an important national task, which is in line with the goals of the European Green Deal. Considering the above, the involvement of Ukraine in the process of creating a climate-neutral Europe is a prerequisite. To improve the efficiency of the implementation of this project, it is advisable to use stochastic models. Gerd grids allow the following options listed. Here is a generalized stochastic model of the implementation of the project. So let me show the process in details. Stage 1 includes development and approval of regulatory, organizational and technical conditions for the beginning of the formation of the sulfur polymer direction of the Ukrainian industry with the following steps on this slide. Next, stage 2, which is about determination of key directions for the use of sulfur polymer materials in the Ukrainian industry and implementation of pilot projects, has the list of activities shown on this slide. The objectives of the third stage are ensuring coordinates activities between government and scientific bodies, business structures and financial organizations to organize high-tech production of polymer materials based on sulfur. Formation and maintenance of a unified system for the production of sulfur polymers and their use in the Ukrainian industry. Scientific and technical support for the implementation of relevant infrastructure projects. At stage 4, it is planned to work on creation of a modern, innovative direction for the production of sulfur polymer materials and increasing its energy efficiency, rational use of resources, commissioning of energy resource platforms. See slide 9. Stage 5 deals with implementation of the regular functioning of an integrated system for the use of sulfur polymer materials in the circular economy of Ukraine and should provide the following steps exposed on slide 10. So, figure 2 on slide 11 describes closed generalized stochastic model of the process of introducing the concept of sulfur polymers into key sectors of the Ukrainian economy. And Mason's equations for the closed flow graph of the developed model will look like those on this next slide. Speaking about these equations, W functions of the grid for each of its node, we obtain them like shown on slide 13. That gives following expressions like on slide 14. This method allows to determine in advance possible problematic and bottlenecks of this process and identify the main risks associated with the implementation of the project and its individual stages. Assess the duration of each stage of the implementation process of the project for the introduction of sulfur polymers in key sectors of the Ukrainian economy and the entire process as a whole. Determine the probabilities of completing each stage and obtaining results in the process of implementing this project. The conclusions of the project are: the involvement of Ukraine in the European Green Deal, the implementation of the national plan and waste management strategy requires the development and use of innovative materials. The purpose of the proposed project is to introduce a systematic approach to creating conditions that stimulate the implementation of strategic directions for the development of the Ukrainian industry for the use of the latest environmental technologies. The model has been developed to reduce risks and increase the efficiency of the project for the introduction of sulfur polymers in key sectors of the Ukrainian economy. Thanks for your attention.